The challenges of soldiering. Coup d'etat. A coup d'etat is the most difficult and trying time for any soldier. It is much more difficult than going to war. War is what we have trained for, and our only worry is to make sure that the people we are leading to war understand the rules and principles of warfare. A coup, on the other hand, presents a complex set of difficulties which no training or education can adequately prepare the soldier to handle. The toughest decision for any military officer, not just for me, must be faced when a clique of officers decides to overthrow a government. You have the choice of either opposing them or simply turn the other way. Each choice presents challenges and difficulties. Opposing them exposes you to grave dangers. They can kill you to prevent you reporting them to the authorities. If the coup succeeds, your opposition mutates into insubordination. Disloyalty is one thing that has no place in the military. If you are perceived as outright disloyal or of insufficient loyalty, the consequences can be drastic. The fear of coup haunts most officers, especially during military rule. Brilliant careers have been disrupted by such takeovers. A coup, they say, is only legal if it succeeds. If it fails, and a lot have, the consequences are often disastrous for all concerned. Two options, each with potentially devastating consequences, torment and torture the souls of officers anytime there's a plot to overthrow the government, whether military or civilian. The option is to either join them or turn the other way. If you turn the other way and the coup fails, the dragnet will be expanded to rope you in as either an active participant or an accomplice. Whatever you are branded, your career in the army will be disrupted, and your life may be in grave jeopardy depending on how far the parties are willing to go to implicate you. The best case scenario would be that you would be given a ridiculous appointment that is out of line with your knowledge and experience. I belong to this group. Such punitive posting in a strange way helped me to know the country and have a more extended command. I believed that my calling was to be a soldier, and because of that, I would have nothing to do with attempts by ambitious officers to forcibly assume political power. Every coup put me in the awkward position of having to explain my conduct. The Vasa coup in 1986 was particularly difficult for me. I was strongly suspected to be in the know of the coup, and perhaps for good reason. Almost every officer connected with the coup had been in Port Harcourt, where I was stationed as the brigade commander. There was no airport in Owerri, so anybody going to the eastern part of Nigeria landed in either Enugu or Port Harcourt. It was easier to land in Port Harcourt to get to Owerri, Umuahia and Abia. Most of the officers came through Port Harcourt. In tune with military tradition and with our esprit de corps among the different services, Navy, Air Force and Army, once any officer arrived in Port Harcourt, I became his host. I hosted almost every officer who was connected with the coup. I approached the interrogations and my interrogators with a very confident, perhaps cocky mindset. I was innocent and I was determined to let them know that I had nothing to hide. I answered all questions put to me honestly as best as I could. I explained my conduct and accounted for my every movement. In the end, my interrogators were convinced and not only cleared me, but also gave me an imprimatur of innocence. I returned to my office and assumed my normal military duties. The Oka-led coup in 1990 did not present any problems for me. I had left the 1st Division, where I was the Colonel Administration and Quartering, to attend the course at the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies at Jos. Moreover, most of the officers were my junior and hardly had any contact with me. I was at home in Kaduna when General Adisa, my friend and coursemate at the Defense Academy, called from Lagos to inform me of the coup attempt in Lagos. I could hear in the background the barrage of gunshots by the coup plotters.